Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into how you can freely and confidently navigate the Shawnee County court record systems online. Finding public records used to be this huge, expensive, in-person hassle, right? But today, we're going to show you exactly how to unlock these incredible resources directly from your own computer.
Want to access Shawnee County court records from the comfort of your home without spending a dime? Stick around as we unravel the secrets to navigating online public records like a pro. Because honestly, knowing how to find this info really empowers you as a citizen. Whether you're doing some legal research, running a quick background check, or just trying to understand how our local justice system actually works, we've got you covered.
Here's our roadmap for This Explainer. First, Shawnee Court Records Explained. Second, the step-by-step search guide. Third, what you cannot access. Fourth, troubleshooting and offline help. And finally, number 5, practical uses and next steps. Let's get into it.
Shawnee Court Records Explained. For the longest time, accessing court records in Kansas was, well, a major headache for anyone who wasn't a lawyer. If you wanted a record from a specific county, you usually had to physically drive there. But thanks to the new Kansas e-court transition, those frustrating days of traveling around to search isolated, disconnected record systems, they're rapidly becoming a thing of the past. The state has actually been migrating all 105 counties onto a single, web-based, centralized case management system. And the great news? Shawnee County is officially on this modern grid, making your search a whole lot easier.
Now, before you start typing away, you absolutely must determine if you need the state district court, the local municipal court, or the federal court. Why? Because each one uses a completely different online portal. The district court handles your major state cases. Think felonies, civil lawsuits, probate, and family law. The municipal court, on the other hand, is strictly for city ordinances and local traffic tickets right within Topeka. And then you have the federal court, which handles national crimes and bankruptcies. So if you're searching for a simple Topeka speeding ticket on the federal portal, you're going to come up empty-handed. Figuring out your jurisdiction is step 1.
Okay, it is absolutely essential to understand the critical difference between free case information and the actual case record. When you're online, you can freely access the case information. This is basically the index. It tells you the case number, the parties involved, the judge, and the docket history. But if you want the actual case record, like the full PDFs of the petitions, motions, and all the official documents, well, that usually requires a trip down to the courthouse and might involve some copy fees.
Section 2, the step-by-step search guide.
Getting the sequence right here is super crucial. By taking these 4 precise steps on the Kansas District Court Public Access Portal, you can instantly filter out the rest of the state and find exactly what or who you're looking for in Shawnee County. First things first, navigate to casesearch.casecourts.gov. Now this next part is vital. Make sure you select Shawnee from the drop-down menu. If you don't, you'll be searching the entire state of Kansas. Then, simply type in a party name or a case number, pass the quick CAPTCHA test to prove you aren't a robot, and boom, your public records pop right up on the screen.
Now here's a quick pro tip for you. While you don't actually need an account for a basic index search, creating a free registered profile with your email is a really smart move. If you want to keep a close eye on how a specific case is progressing over time, or if you want to receive updates, registering unlocks those awesome advanced portal features. It takes like 2 minutes and costs absolutely nothing. But wait, what if the case you're looking for involves a minor traffic ticket or maybe a city code violation right within Topeka city limits? Well, the state portal we just talked about won't help you there. You'll need to search the separate Topeka municipal court system instead. Just head over to court.topeka.org. The process is very similar to the state site, but it's an entirely different database dedicated just to those local city infractions and municipal misdemeanors.
Section 3. What you cannot access.
While these online portals are incredibly powerful, there are strict legal boundaries regarding what the public can actually see. Under the Kansas Open Records Act and Supreme Court Rule 22, highly sensitive documents are completely stripped from public portals to protect the privacy of those involved. So you'll find that things like juvenile proceedings, adoptions, mental health information, grand jury proceedings, and expunged records are legally protected. The system is definitely designed for transparency and accountability, but it's never going to compromise the safety or privacy of vulnerable individuals.
And then, of course, we have sealed records. If a judge has officially sealed a case, it becomes legally invisible to the public, period. This means it will not appear on your home computer and it won't even show up at the courthouse terminals. Unless you have a direct court order, these records are entirely exempt from public disclosure by state statute or judicial rule.
Furthermore, because this whole e-court transition is still relatively recent, you might actually run into a bit of a digital brick wall if you're doing historical research. Many older historic cases simply haven't been fully digitized yet, so if a case was filed and closed decades ago, it probably won't show up in a standard online search. But don't worry, they aren't lost forever.
Section 4. Troubleshooting and offline help. So, what do you do when the online portal falls short? Your absolute best move is to visit the Shawnee County Courthouse in person at 200 SE 7th Street. Head inside to room 209, where you can use their dedicated public access computer terminals to view full records that just aren't broadcast over the internet. You can also view older, historic cases on microfilm, usually between 2 and 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. And honestly, the best part? You can just request hands-on assistance from the court clerk to find exactly what you're looking for. Real offline help is always incredibly accessible.
Now, I should mention, while viewing these records on the courthouse terminal is completely free, walking out the door with the paper isn't. If you need to take physical copies home, it's going to cost you a base fee of 25 cents per page. And if you need that document legally certified, say for a formal background check or an official legal proceeding, there's a $10 charge for every certified document.
But what if your search is absolutely massive? If your inquiry requires a clerk to spend significant time digging through physical archives or producing large batches of electronic records, you can submit a formal written Kansas Open Records Act request. Just keep in mind, for that kind of extensive labor, the court is authorized to charge a $20 per hour document preparation fee just to cover the staff's time.
Section 5. Practical uses and next steps. The real-world applications of having this kind of access are incredibly varied and super useful, whether you're conducting a personal background check on a potential business partner, researching the history of a property dispute before buying a home, verifying an upcoming court hearing date, or even just exploring your own family's history through genealogy. These digital archives are an incredibly potent tool for the informed citizen. It literally brings the transparency of the justice system right to your fingertips.
However, as we wrap up this explainer, we really must emphasize a crucial disclaimer regarding your legal and ethical obligations when wielding this public data. Please note that while Shawnee County court records can provide valuable information, using these records responsibly and ethically is crucial. Certain records may have restricted access or legal limitations on their use. Always respect privacy laws and consult legal professionals if in doubt. Remember, having access to this information is a powerful thing, but it absolutely requires responsibility.
So, armed with the right links, the proper steps, and a clear understanding of the rules, the digital doors to the courthouse are now virtually wide open for you. What hidden histories, property secrets, or forgotten records will you uncover when you run your first free search? The archives are waiting. Dive in, try these search methods out for yourself, and take control of your public records research today.